YouTube, Professor Kadra here. This is Tobacco 105 cake preparation. Cakes can look intimidating at first. Unlike flakes, they don't come in neat slices. Good news is they're pretty easy to prepare, effort-wise anyway. You got any experience with crumble cake?
No, just from when I saw that one in one of the other videos, you demonstrated it, but I've never used it before myself.
I have my share of experience. It's not my favorite preparation. You know, I have some trouble keeping it lit nicely, getting a nice solid bowl out of it. Yeah. At least finding like the consistency that I like to rub it out.
Yeah. Would you say it takes more work to get the preparation to where you want it?
It's less work than like a flake, but maybe to find where I want it, it ultimately ends up as a little bit more. Yeah. So what is a cake? It's tobacco compressed into a solid block. Whereas like a plug is layered whole leaf tobacco, the cake is essentially already a ribbon cut, put together and then pressed.
It's like particle board or like
exactly like that type of process. You can end up with a very crumbly cake or a very dense cake. Main reason that you'll find stuff in cake form is that it gives the tobacco a chance to kind of exchange its oils and this, that, whatever. And then same as a flake, under pressure, you get the lack of oxygen so that there can be anaerobic fermentation going on.
Okay, so there's more fermentation and mingling.
Yeah.
When they do it that way.
And that will be able to continue to happen more readily in the tin in that form rather than if they presented it to you in an already rubbed out coarse or ribbon cut. So just like flakes, there's a couple different methods and they build on each other a little bit. For the example, I'm going to use this black frigate here. That's a crumble cake.
So it's like it crumbles,
it
it's
crumbles.
Looser.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I kind of like holding it. I like the consistency.
I do like holding it. I like the way the process feels. You want some break off a little piece. That was no effort at all.
It reminds me of like baklava. Everything's food, like the little flaky layers.
Yeah, it's very much at least the way that this particular cake is structured. So you could rub it out a bit, and it just crumbles apart. And you can kind of stop there. Not many chunks, but with some chunks, or could rub it out even further to effectively a ribbon cut, just like the fully rubbed out version of the flake preparation. There's another method of preparation that's definitely tougher, and that's like the chunk method, where you'll break off larger pieces and just load that directly into the bowl. And this is where it can be tough to keep lit big time. It's minimal preparation. I'm just breaking off bits here. They're not even really staying together. It's falling apart as I'm packing it there. That's a little bit dense, but if I check the draw, still great. So that would be an appropriate kind of pack there. You can see it took me a matter of 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an easier preparation, but it often requires more attention during the smoke. I find it definitely harder to smoke that way.
Yeah, I can't really see much of an advantage to that. The flake I understood, because it's like you're dealing with whole leaf tobacco.
I think it's a similar thing where I think I'm on the same kind of wavelength as you, because it's not the whole leaf tobacco.
You're not getting that same solid piece. It's still just separate piece. It's still already ground up basically.
Yeah, it's still there's a little bit
more
compressed together, but then when you pack it, you compress it, so it's tough to know. Yeah, it definitely feels less obvious why it's its own method,
right,
versus the fold and stuff.
It just seems like the lazy method.
Yeah,
and
as you can see, they offer flexibility. Give a shot to all the different preparation methods. Let me know what you think works best. And let the tobacco tell you how it wants. Sometimes, this one was crumbling apart in my fingers. It probably does not want to be smoked in chunks. It probably wants to be smoked, crumbled apart.
Do you find other cakes tend to be a little more solid and less crumbly?
Some, yeah, they range in solidness. They're all still able to be broken apart by hand easily, but this felt like it was coming apart in my fingertips, versus some that feel a bit more dense, and you might need to use a little bit of muscle to break off a corner. All right, thanks for watching.